Let's do this, YouTube. Apparently, I've been playing Yo-Yo all wrong. I've been lacking Venus. Whether it's regular Venus or round Venus, I haven't been getting much of it, apparently. Here we have angular Venus. Real tricky, that Venus there. The technical term for this is multifaceted. But apparently, it's just another word for expensive. And this is good old blocky Venus. If you don't have any, you could end up with this. Remember this from last year? So accept no substitutes and demand that you get all the Venus that you can stand. Otherwise, it's some more of this. Thank you. Welcome, club goers and yo-yo throwers. I'm simply Mike, and this is the Throws Definitive. And today, we're going to feature the BASTET by C3YoyoDesign. Today's history lesson is brought to you by the color orange. Seeing as though sand is the appropriate theme, we're going to stick with that. Let's get on with it. Ancient Egypt, jewel of the Nile, grew to become the world's first empire. But it got its start as a collection of city-states, featuring local gods in different areas of the country, BASTET being one of these gods. She is portrayed as the consort of Ra or Anubis, the goddess of war, and seen as the protector of Lower Egypt, and the worship of her remained strong even after the cultural unification of city-states into that empire as mentioned before. Also known as Sekhmet, Ubasti, Pash, or simply Bast, she's portrayed as the cat-headed god, cats being revered for their ability to eliminate vermin, such as mice, rats, and snakes. It is also suggested that BASTET's name means she of the anointing jar, and may play a part in the etymology for the word alabaster. I did not know all of this. In her hand here is the sistrum, which is her symbol. Pretty interesting. I don't do false religion, but I do like history. It is this background, this backdrop, that inspires the name for this current yo-yo, the BASTET. And what do we have here? Well, in a word, we have something very powerful. Organic in shape. It doesn't play like other organics that I've thrown. We'll get to that just a little later. But it is eye-catching, to say the least. These colorways and this etching drew me in immediately. But we'll get to the distinctions on play in just a little bit. Here, we have it compared to a recent review, the Murmur. Fairly bigger. It is also much more solid feeling in the hand. The gap is wider, and it's noticeable. Very noticeable. I took a couple of outside shots so I could really bring out that etching in the light. Not this one, but this right here. Not bad, but I can do better. So when I first started looking at this yo-yo, I didn't really know what I was looking at. I knew that these were hieroglyphs on one side, but that is the cat's head on the other side. Personally, engravings don't bother me too much, long as they don't interfere with play. And I'm not good enough to speak on that just yet. So for right now, it's just an aesthetic choice. And I do like it. But I won't be bringing in any demons into the house. That's for certain. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Tom Cruise. You and that mummy crap. Here are the stats. This thing plays a little heavier than the other organics, but notice too that the price is $45. And this plays way, way above its price point. I first got hip to C3 through this Speedaholic here, which I absolutely love. It's one of the best plastics out there. And lo and behold, this bears a striking resemblance. Very striking. I wouldn't go so far as to say it is a metal version of the Speedaholic, but it is pretty darn close. Actually, the BASTET is a reworking of the very famous capless, which was released in 2012. Organic yo-yo with a flat cap design. Add to that some DNA from the competition level radius from a little while ago, and you have yourself a pretty substantial piece of hardware. Who is this yo-yo for? Well, as with most organics, competition is not this yo-yo's focus. I think you could compete with it, but it's got a little bit of a slippery nature and doesn't lend itself very easily in transitions from mount to mount. So fun is the focus of this yo-yo. And fun it is because it is definitely a spinner. Now my takeaway is this. I haven't thrown an MMC, so I can't speak on the differences, but this yo-yo plays a bit like a hybrid competition / organic world yo-yo, both having solid weight and very decent spin time, combined with the comfort and the relaxed nature of a traditional organic. Now, since I'm still in the building stage of my yo-yo journey, I need that longer spin to hit, smooth out, and perfect the tricks that I'm working on. So for me, the BASTET is perfect because I'm at that level now where I'm young and inexperienced, but intermediate. I love this yo-yo, and it loves me too. And how do I know? Because it always comes back to me. Yeah. The yo-yo used is new to my collection, but if I can feature one of your cool yo-yos in one of my videos, get at me at the contact below, and we can work out a situation. Plus, I play over carpet, so no dings or damages. Alright, it's time for me to sign off, and I'ma say, you can be altogether normal, but where's the fun in that? Alright, y'all. Peace. Venus!